Codename Legate to Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command receiving, Legate. Don't be surprised if I cut out. The whole Hoth system is murder on the comms. And not so good for people, either.
You say that like you've had experience.
Not personally. Friends. Hoth's a frozen rock, not worth much on its own. But years back, it saw one of the war's biggest battles. Hundreds of ships got dragged into the atmosphere, made a sort of a starship graveyard for the best girls in the fleet. You're going to bring one home.
I hijacked a transport once. Never made off with a whole ship.
I heard rumors. Tell me the story someday. It's a war zone down there. Republic salvage operations, Imperial saboteurs, and the White Maw. Few thousand pirates who want the scrap for themselves. Plus the Starbreeze is a Mu-type shuttle. Slip of a thing. Haven't been able to locate her in the wreckage. Our only lead is inside the Imperial Army.
What makes the SIS want the shuttle so badly?
The Starbreeze belongs to the Republic. It's important to us. That's all I can say for now.
If this ship is special, I need to know why. What if I find it damaged? Is it carrying dangerous cargo?
Assume that the Starbreeze is exactly what it seems and try to preserve its condition. I have faith in your abilities. We have reports that Lyak Davos, an Imperial admiral who fought in the Battle of Hoth, is assembling an expedition to the Starship Graveyard. He's after a long list of salvage, the Starbreeze included. Join Admiral Davos and get that shuttle to us instead.
If I steal the Admiral's prize, it won't be long before someone figures it out.
You're craftier than that. You do this right, no one has to know. Codename Hunter will contact you from the field. He's en route to Hoth now. In the meantime, talk to Admiral Davos' search and recovery men at the Imperial base. With any luck, they'll show us the way.
Satellite's dead. What do your people know about Grid Alpha 9?
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, search and recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Cypher 9. I'm on unattached wartime duty. Here to see Admiral Davos.
Sergeant, you're dismissed. The Chiss Ascendancy has been operating on Hoth for years. Useful, but let's not kid ourselves. So, what's your business with the Admiral?
I understand he's leading a team to the Starship Graveyard. I intend to join him.
Then you're out of luck. He left base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Give me his last known location, and I'll be going.
Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the Starship Graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad, and there are Republic commandos in the area.
I don't plan to stay out longer than I have to. But Admiral Davos isn't leaving without me.
Understood, sir. I hope you find what you're after.
Packed and ready, Admiral. Unless you're worried about the Captain's flare.
No. We cannot wait.
Intruder alert. Imagine if we hadn't gone through the proper channels.
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
I have full authorization to be here. Is there a problem?
You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the Starship Graveyard.
The Minister of Intelligence says I am to assist your men and ensure the interests of the Empire.
I see. Months ago, I could have accommodated this. Now, I'm afraid we approach the crisis point, and I cannot afford additional risk. Commander, torture her and find out what she knows. Then kill her.
You're still alive. Don't bother returning to base. Captain Firth is gone, and Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
You were with Search and Recovery.
Correct. There is a location beyond the frozen lake. You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
I'm on my way.
What is all this?
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting. Ensign Rena Temple, Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. Welcome to Zero Station.
You're kidding, right?
This is a top-secret Chiss Ascendancy installation. Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our base commander, Aristocra Saganu.
Ensign Temple speaks highly of Imperial intelligence. She convinced me the Admiral Davos situation warranted bringing you in.
He ordered his men to torture me. I'd like to know why.
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the Starship Graveyard. You threatened his control.
A career admiral doesn't commit treason out of the blue.
He must be after the Graveyard's salvage, prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
I like you, Aristocra. You're young, smart, professional. We'll make a good team.
I hope you're right. I enjoy a challenging partnership. The White Moor pirates control the wastelands between here and the Starship Graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
These drop points. Any ideas at all?
Emergency supplies, deliveries to the pirates. We just don't know.
These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chiss Honor. Sir, this is Ensign Temple. Looks like that cache is full of stolen Imperial equipment. Given how the pirates are guarding it, I'm guessing it's a gift from Admiral Davos to the White Moor.
Where does that leave us?
I advise continuing the recon. A little luck and we'll pin down which White Moor faction the Admiral's dealing with. If you can tag the caches for tracking, that wouldn't hurt either. Temple out. Tracking signal coming in.
This is Hunter to Leggett. Hope you weren't getting lonely. I'm on planet, but signals don't carry here. Arden Koth authorized me to take your reins. Have you found the Starbreeze yet?
Admiral Davos has gone rogue. I can't get the Starbreeze until I track him down.
I hope you're not dragging your feet. Let's take out some insurance. Keyword, onomatophobia. Command, find the Starbreeze and contact me when you succeed.
Orders understood. I'll proceed with the mission.
Good. Master Koth thinks you work better without your programming. I'm not so soft. Hunter out.
Smart, arrogant, cautious. Don't underestimate him.
Temple here. Like we thought, those caches are a gift from Admiral Davos to the Pirate Coalition. Specifically, he's paying off a group called the Marauders. Raiders and hijackers, influential with the other pirate gangs.
But what's the reason?
The Marauders have a camp nearby. Guard looks light at the moment. We're going to take a team in. Meet us there and we'll dig up some answers. Temple out.
Chui atat up smasa kipuna.
Blast you! Stop! Look at me and stop.
Skirain hultiet vinstregaga.
That's right. Keep looking here. I'll keep talking, and you keep looking. Sir, if you're going to do anything, do it now.
Are you all right, Ensign?
I'm fine. Check on the others. Sir, I suppose you want an explanation.
What are you? Ensign? Jedi? Sith?
What I did back there, it was a force trick, sir. I'm just powerful enough to get into trouble. No lightning, no seeing the future, I never trained. If the Sith knew, they'd have me killed. That's why I left Imperial service for the Chiss Ascendancy.
If the Sith knew, you could become one of them.
Only if I survived the Sith Academy. And I wouldn't. Please, it's your prerogative to pursue this, of course. But let's finish the job first.
Put some faith in me and this might turn out all right.
Getting a call from Zero Station. They finished analyzing the pirate data.
Agent, Ensign Temple, your raid was successful. It seems Admiral Davos has been trying to arrange safe passage through pirate territory to the Starship Graveyard. The pirates have agreed to meet, today.
Is that spark in your eye for me, or the operation?
Any new endeavor makes the blood run swift. The meet is in the primary Marauder base, heavily fortified. Attack head-on, and the attendees slip away. However, a cave system runs under the base, moves softer than a shadow, and you could tap the cave wall.
You're sending her to the bone pits.
The caves are inhabited by animal life and resemble a slaughterhouse. But it's the perfect place from which to observe the meeting.
Sounds dangerous, but I'm willing to take a risk.
Once you're in place, you can use a laser drill and microcord camera to tap the wall.
My team will be in touch from Zero Station. Good luck to you.
We need to move out, but be careful in the monster's den.
Where is Admiral Davos? I did not invite servants.
I act in the Admiral's name. I'll show you.
Getting audio only. Can you see anything?
That's Captain Firth, one of the Admiral's men. I don't know the pirate.
There. Begin playback.
Ashok the Unyielding, I am honored by your invitation. I am Admiral Davos, and I fought in the Battle of Hoth. Unlike my peers, I was left to the icy wastes. For 6 months I wandered the wreckage. As I lost my vitality, I found many items of great value. Weapons, artifacts, even a Republic shuttle full of secrets. I hid them in the Starship Graveyard, so that I might one day claim my prize.
Today's that day. Give us safe passage into the Starship Graveyard, and we'll all leave rich.
We apologize, Agent, but you may want to see this.
Is there a problem?
The wildlife has taken an interest in us. We should be flattered.
Situation under control. What happened with the meeting?
We cut a deal, sir. The pirates are going to escort Admiral Davos to his treasure, but they outlined their route. I think we know where they're heading.
Admiral Davos can't leave this planet with his horde. Understood.
Yes, sir. The aristocrat and I can meet you at the edge of the Starship Graveyard. There's an Imperial outpost there. Zaganu can fill you in. He likes you, by the way. And we can plan a final approach. Temple out.
We'd be buried alive by the third marker. Bring up the northern passage. Let me see.
She's here, sir.
I'm aware of that. Resume planning. Glad to see you, Agent. Thanks to your surveillance, we have a lock on Admiral Davos' destination. He and his men are being escorted to a crashed Republic super dreadnought in the heart of the Starship Graveyard. His horde is there.
Have some faith in me, aristocrat. I won't disappoint you.
I promise you are not in question. The horde is sealed in the tertiary launch bay, protected by an army of White Moor pirates.
Sorry I'm late. Did I miss the bad news?
There's no other kind.
Lovely. Go on.
This isn't a one-squad operation. The Defense Force will join you for the assault.
I'll take any help you can give.
I suggest a two-pronged approach. You slip past the pirates on the super dreadnought and deactivate the blast doors.
That'll let my team in. We can rendezvous at the launch bay. We'll be your backup.
Together against 1,000 pirates and Imperial traitors. It'll be memorable.
Something to tell your grandchildren. Once it's declassified.
Dismissed, all of you. It's time to move.
Good luck, sir. I'll see you at the dreadnought.
One last thing. I've made it clear that I admire your skill. But more than that, You embody the red flame. The discipline, cunning, and courage all Chiss aspire to. I never thought to see it in a woman from another world.
Isn't there anything else you want to say? Before I risk my life.
There's nothing more I want to say. It's time. Admiral Davos is on the move, and my forces are waiting. If all goes well, perhaps we'll meet again.
3 following. Blasters and flame projectors.
All right, keep them at a distance. Sir, enemies in pursuit. More expected. Bit of a nightmare, but we'll hold them off.
What happened to the Admiral?
Admiral Davos and his horde should be down that corridor somewhere. Quite possibly with his escort.
11, 12 more. Marauders and Scourge.
Saganu is holding our escape route outside. We'll keep the pirates off your back. Do what you came to do.
It's still here. Still waiting for us.
Admiral, intruder!
Target her, but do not fire. The Cypher agent lives. I wondered what became of you.
You've caused a lot of trouble for a man I didn't come here to kill.
I waited years to return to Hoth and reclaim my retirement funds. My superiors were never to know.
We should take her now.
Silence. You complicated matters. Forced us to part ways with the Empire. But this can be mended. Tell me what you desire.
You want to avoid being branded a traitor. I want to know about that Republic shuttle.
The shuttle? How interesting. It was the personal ship of one Colonel Omus. He served in the upper echelons of Republic weapons research. Rumor was that the Starbreeze contained his records and security codes. I brought it here for safekeeping. Does that pique your interest?
Are you willing to give it up?
The shuttle is yours. I ask only 2 things. Your silence, and the location of the secret Chiss base.
But the shuttle is ours. Our payment.
It is a small price to remove the Chiss from the equation. They know too much.
Sir, even if we wipe them out, we can't trust you-know-who over there.
We are all Imperials. Give me the Chiss, pledge your silence, and we will all return to the Empire in glory. You will have your shuttle and wealth besides.
You're not killing the Chiss, and I won't take your bribe.
A woman of principles. How admirable. Kill her.
Codename Legate to Hunter. I have located the Starbreeze.
You look like hell. Fiery as always. Get that shuttle running and rendezvous at these coordinates. Hunter, out.
Sir, pirates are down, but I'm the only one left. We need to get moving.
Have you been injured?
Scratches, sir. Deep scratches. Force trick saved my life.
The shuttle is in poor condition. We'll need help to fly it.
We'll discuss this later. Get inside the Starbreeze now.
Understood, sir.
Nice landing. Let's take a look. Solid body, not a scratch on her. And she came with my shuttle? What's her name?
Ensign Raina Temple, sir. Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
Of course. Minder 17, Imperial Intelligence. Excellent work, both of you.
I couldn't have done any of this without her.
High praise. Maybe she deserves a promotion. I'll fly the shuttle to its final destination. You can take my ride home. Ensign, Why don't you and Vector run a systems check? I need a minute with the agent.
I'll chisel the ice off the pilot seat for you.
Arden Koth will be happy. But the girl, we agree she needs to die, right?
That's unnecessary. She knows better than to reveal classified intelligence.
Maybe I'd like to be careful. Look, you've worked with her. You've bonded with her. Fine. I'm not heartless. Maybe she'll even be useful. You want her to live? You take responsibility. Stash her on your ship. She doesn't talk to anyone. Doesn't learn about the SIS.
I guarantee she won't be a problem.
Just to be sure, though, I'm putting a command in your brain. Keyword, onomatophobia. If Reyna Temple becomes a threat to our mission, or leaves your supervision, you will kill her. You won't have a choice.
Sir, Minder 17 told me about the transfer. I'm a little surprised. If intelligence wants me out of the GIS Defense Force, though, I won't argue. Nice as it would have been to pack an overnight bag.
I know it's sudden. You'll have to manage as best you can.
Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic opportunity. My father would love this. But if I can ask, why do you want me here?
You're versatile, capable, and young enough to learn. You could be a brilliant operative.
Really? Well, maybe it's time for a career change after all.
Ensign, we're delighted that you're joining us. Don't let the dangers put you off.
That's very kind, Master Hillis.
Just Vector. We'll let you two get acquainted and meet you back on the ship. Take care of her.
This is Leggett to Base Command. Mission complete.
Base Command here. Hunter gave me his report. He spoke highly of you. Not a lot of people earn his praise.
The man was nothing but a very snide obstacle.
He's testing you. He's good at that. I'm grateful the Starbreeze is in one piece. She'll help us win this war. Now, Hoth and Terrace makes two. Ready for the final stage?
You still haven't told me what this is about. You sent me after a Republic shuttle and a science project.
All for good reason, I promise. Maybe you've heard of it. A death trap of a planet called Quesh. Our primary objective's there. I want you en route.
Can you be more specific than death trap?
It's a mining world. Our forces are fighting the Empire for chemical deposits. But you're after something else entirely. Get to these coordinates when you arrive and we'll be in touch. Base Command out.
Agent, I hope this recorded message finds you well. This is Aristocrat Saganu of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. I never got the chance to see you off Hoth. Understandable, things were hectic. Nonetheless, you proved a worthy ally. You are a woman not soon forgotten. A token of our appreciation has been delivered to Imperial intelligence. I hope they will pass it on to you. And lastly, give my regards to Ensign Temple. Doubtless she serves you as well as she served us.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
I'll make sure you're brought up to speed, Ensign.
I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence. Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of SWTOR, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
You have my sympathies, Doctor.
No need for that. It has been 30 years. But I like to pay my respects. SWTOR was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
If he was so capable, what happened to him?
Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
The odds aren't good for any of us.
Quite so.
I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies.
Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey. So I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
The stuff you've told me is mostly lies. But no, we haven't.
Come on, you met my exes. I told you half lies, but they were for real. Anyway, been thinking about the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. Cell was me and probably a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
Not so different from the Eagle and his men.
Yeah, but REB focused more on big business than the Empire. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Sounds like you believe in what you did after all.
Maybe. Maybe not. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Cleo's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that.
However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Cleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
No need to thank me. You ever need support, just say the word.
We'll try not to make you regret that offer. There's something else. In the old days, as a diplomat, we used to be able to read people. Since our joining, that's gotten harder, so we have to be direct. Is our relationship becoming unprofessional?
Unprofessional? Vector, you don't always need to treat me like your superior.
Then how do you want us to treat you?
I care for you. That's all I can really say.
That's all we need. We still have much to relearn in this life. Feelings the Killiks can't perceive. We're in no hurry. Just know that we're here.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
If you need to go, I won't keep you. Is there anything I can do?
Sweet of you to ask, but no.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Cleo, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Cleo see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
Clearly, I haven't been filled in.
I've traced encoded messages sent from this ship to the leader of the Brental anarchists.
Look, it's not what you think. The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
You were turning against us.
No, I wasn't. The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
There's no way I'm letting you off this ship.
You're making a mistake.
In fact, I tend to agree. If the Weezer is expecting her, we should deal with him.
I suppose I've met everyone else you worked with. What's one more?
I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hoth spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Callio, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. An agent of Imperial intelligence. How marvelous.
I don't understand what you mean.
Callio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
As if I didn't see that coming.
Shut up! This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? She's more useful dead than alive. Her hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me the truth.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
No mercy. I'm disappointed with you, Callio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
You're only digging yourself in deeper.
Why? What's the big deal? I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
I've dedicated my life to this work. Selling Imperial secrets. It can't continue.
Meaning what? You should know by now that I am never going to care about the Empire. Not like you do. Not at all.
All this time I knew what you were like. But I thought we could work together. Maybe I was wrong. I can't trust you anymore.
That's too bad. Because I haven't changed. Let's get out of here.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killiks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killik colony to the diplomatic service.
The colony's been in hiding for a long time, and the Killiks may not appreciate it.
We've shared thoughts with Daizana of the Lacey nest, and we've assessed the limits of their cooperation. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killik craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
What would an Imperial Killik alliance take?
We've outlined a proposal. The Killiks want peace and resources, and the Empire can offer both. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killiks, someone else may get to them first.
However I can assist, say the word.
We'd ask you to sign off on the report. Other than that, we'll keep your offer in mind. Thank you.
Begin encrypted message. This is Keeper to Cipher 9. We don't have long before Republic intercept, but I wanted to hear from you. Status report, please.
I'm still inside the SIS. I'm making progress, but I can't give details.
I'm getting disturbing reports about your activities. Loss of Imperial life on Hoth and some sort of incident at headquarters. Cypher, I need to know if the stress is getting to you.
You wanted someone inside the SIS. What I did to earn their trust.
Your job is to learn what the SAS is after. Then, and only then, you must kill Arden Hoth. Don't lose sight of those goals. Keep it out.
Patience. The serum is working. Play the game until you're free.
This is codename Leggett. I'm in position, awaiting orders.
Leggett, nice to see you outside Hoth. A little color in the air brings out your eyes.
Nashidar, Hoth, Quesh. We can't get away from each other, can we?
What can I say? We're on the same team now. Hunter to deck. Report in.
Codename Saber in position. Good to see you, Leggett.
Codename Wheel ready for operations.
And I'll be in position shortly. It's good to see you together as a team. Too many solo jobs nowadays. But now we're together for the most important job we've ever done. We're here for a weapon. One that can stop this war.
What sort of weapon, sir?
Over a decade ago, Colonel Omas of the Republic Special Forces assembled a team of the galaxy's greatest scientists. The scientists, led by Nason Godera, were instructed to design a weapon capable of turning back the Imperial threat. A shadow arsenal of missiles cloaked from detection and more powerful than any made before.
Colonel Omas died at the Battle of Hoth. Nason Godera moved on to other things. Everyone assumed the shadow arsenal was never completed. But it was. Nason Godera built the shadow arsenal on Quesh, then concealed it in a fit of conscience.
These missiles, that's what we've been working toward.
The ultrawave transmitter had Nason Godera's weapon activation codes. Colonel Omas's shuttle, the Starbreeze, led us to this star system.
And the assault on Mangaza? Wheel and I...
Gave us one more key. Nason Godera wiped all records of the weapon, called it catastrophic, didn't want it used. There are 200 missiles in the Shadow Arsenal. Only takes one to destroy Koth City. Threat alone should make the Sith surrender.
Your plan won't work. Destroy Koth City, destroy the Korriban Academy. They'll only want revenge.
Then we'll have to fight. The missiles are still inside the old manufacturing complex. 2 square kilometers of factories and tunnels.
Sealed up but still intact. The scientists couldn't bear to destroy their work, so they built defenses 50 years ahead of Republic standard.
We're going to secure the facility. I'll bring in the shuttle and locate the Shadow Arsenal.
Saber, take out the main batteries. Wheel, see what you can do with the main computer. Affirmative. Leggett, you'll penetrate the structure at these coordinates. Bypass the droids and lower the facility shields so our shuttle can land.
The best defenses Republic mines have to offer. I could use a little exercise.
May the Force be with us, my friends. Ending link up.
And Leggett, in case you had any doubts, keyword, onomatophobia. You will lower the shields, and the Shadow Arsenal will be ours.
No choice. Deactivate it.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
You don't want me near the missiles.
You've done your part. There's no reason to make you face this. Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
They don't need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
The serum was supposed to break my programming.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it. Carving neural pathways. Bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Fesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Fesh Protocol engaged.
Now you have access. you can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
No more programming. No more outside control.
Reject command interface. Accept no further orders.
Command interface closed.
Revert to phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Agent, are you all right? You disappeared on us.
I'm better than I've been in a long time. Just follow my lead.
Your aura is different. Brighter. We're glad to see you back.
Minor damage to left tertiary servo motor. Functions are not impaired.
For a droid, you're a bad liar. Come on.
Multiple life forms approaching.
Leggett? I thought you were supposed to be at the shield controls.
Turns out our leader needed reinforcements.
Has unexpected opposition been encountered?
Comms have been spotty since we got inside, but I didn't hear anything.
I promise I'm not here to cause trouble.
Yeah. Alright. Chance believed in you. Said you saved him on Terrace. Get moving. Master Hoth thinks we can end the war. Let's end the war.
Blasted machine. Locking mechanisms disengaged. Leggett, I thought I felt you. You're supposed to be back at the Shields. I see. You're free, aren't you?
You used Imperial programming inside my mind. Where did you learn about it?
That hardly matters now. What I did to you was unforgivable. But I did it anyway. An Imperial intelligence defector, just when I needed one. I couldn't risk it being a lie.
Tell me where you got the keyword. Tell me how you did it.
Just a source. Ain't that the way? You've shown me your true face. Let me show you mine. Before Arden Koth, the SIS chief, there was a better man. A Jedi Knight who couldn't live up to the code. That Jedi can't live in a world of shadows. But maybe he can still save the galaxy.
I thought I saw it in you. You never did much to hide it.
No. Call it my secret pride. You fight good, Cypher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
Turn away, Arden. I'm not going to kill you.
No, you're not. But why, after all we've been through?
We've all committed terrible acts. That doesn't mean we should die for them.
For what it's worth, I hope we don't have to meet again. May the Force be with you, my friend.
That was kind. Whether it was wise... At least things seem to be resolved.
It's been a long assignment. Now it's finally over.
Some rest would do us good. We know a planet, in the Outer Rim, air the color of ocean.
Cypher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Arden, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Thought of traveling with you makes my skin crawl.
No time for flirting now. Big changes are coming. Imperial intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
I'll claw my way out of the rubble to hunt you down. Do you hear me?
Loud and clear. I'm sure you'll be a nasty pile of dust.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. Emergency transmission, please respond. I have reports of a level 5 annihilation wave on Quesh, triggered by an Imperial bombing run. An SIS team was the target. Are you all right?
This is Cypher 9. No permanent damage. I can't say the same for our enemies. Arden Koth and his weapon, the Shadow Arsenal, are no longer a threat.
Cypher, what have you been through? Updating the Minister now. Pulling 2 sections off alert, giving approval to the Moths to accelerate our timetable. Tell me the rest later. You changed the war and everything's going to be different.
I appreciate the situation, but if we're going to work together, there are things I need to know.
Then we should talk. Take a day or 2. Remember who you are while there's still a quiet place in the galaxy. By the time you're recovered and back at headquarters, we'll be ready to march on Coruscant.
You said you wanted to talk?
Yes, sir. Ensign Rena Temple, formerly of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, reporting for combat drills.
I never said anything about combat drills.
No, sir. If you had, I wouldn't need to bring it up. Frankly, I need the practice. No one ever taught me covert maneuvers. If you've got time...
Grab your equipment. I'll find a private spot.
Thank you, sir. All right. I think I've sweat enough for one day. Any last words of wisdom for your freshly transferred ensign?
Never let anything distract you. No one can compensate for your errors.
I'm confident it isn't so dire, but I take your point. You know, my father used to come home from exercises freshly scarred. I was 12 before I realized his training drills were intelligence operations. He was captured twice, but he wouldn't let me worry, no matter how bad it got.
You two must have been close.
Oh, I adored him. He gave me a pet feelings for my birthday. That'll melt any girl's heart. Thank you for the lesson. A few more, and I'll be infiltrating enemy camps with the best of them.
Cypher, I had the most delightful conversation with Master Vector. Did you... I'm getting a feed on my earpiece. One moment.
I apologize. That's the 3rd time this week one of my security alarms has gone off.
I take it these alarms don't particularly worry you?
I monitor all my safe houses as a matter of course. I have a few dozen around the galaxy. A precaution, really. I haven't needed them in years. Usually when an alarm goes off, it means a child has come exploring, or a rat has slipped through the ventilation shafts.
You're not going to double-check?
Hardly worth the bother. I really should dismantle the safe houses altogether. But old habits die hard.
Besides, I hold out hope that I'll need to go to ground someday in one last exciting adventure.
Remind me not to underestimate you, Doctor. If we ever need a sanctuary...
You'll have whatever humble aid I can provide.
Agent, we heard back from the diplomatic service about our proposed alliance with the Killik colony. Our report was soundly ignored. It seems we have less credibility than we thought.
You worked for them for years. And this is what you get.
We are twice compromised. No longer human, and no longer a diplomat. A colleague named Fulner Eth sent the update on our report along with a message. He wants us to call him, accompanied by our handler. We believe he means you.
You worked with him in the diplomatic service?
Not directly. Eth spent his time with ex-Republic worlds, while our speciality was first contact. We met several times at conferences and the like, but we wouldn't say we knew him. This should prove interesting.
Master Hillis, I'm so glad you got my message. How are you? How's Anya?
Anora. We haven't seen her in some time, but we hear she's well. And your son?
I'm stationed on Balmora, still hoping to join the Shadow Fist. And you must be Cypher 9. It's my privilege to meet you. Rest assured, I went through channels to arrange this. Imperial intelligence has agreed to loan me Vector so long as you're amenable.
Vector contacted you about a Killik alliance. Why would you need him?
My superiors don't see the wisdom in Vector's advice. I do. Yet I lack the authority to force the issue.
Someone is blocking you?
Tarab, Sabini, the usual crew. If I'm to win them over, I need influence. Vector, with your ties from the service and the colony's knowledge, I could amass a string of victories. And the more I succeed through your consultations, the better chance your Killik Imperial alliance comes to pass.
What's your take on all this?
He wants us to play politics, but that is how things are accomplished.
Perceptive man. I'll be in touch with specifics.
We appreciate your aid, and your patience, Agent. We're doing this to serve our people. We don't mean to neglect your company.
Tell you what, next chance we have to slip away, we'll find a planet all to ourselves.
We'll hold you to that.